Thank you, Chris Cotton. Normally, our open readings are 3 to 5 minutes. Our next speaker, Chris Fitzgerald, has been here several times, and he's going to be doing a slightly longer piece for us tonight. Please welcome Chris Fitzgerald.
I asked Jack last week that instead of reading that night, that I have an extra 5 minutes the next week. Graciously agreed. So anybody out there who started counting when I got up here, 300 Mississippi, 299 Mississippi, 298 Mississippi. This week it's 600 Mississippi, 599 Mississippi, 598. I shall read 3 poems by 3 different Americans. One by a man who was born in Puerto Rico, but grew up in New York City. One from a black man from Kentucky. The third a Cambridge Yankee, no less. All completely different backgrounds from mine, but voices I have grown to appreciate. These poems are not indigenous to the Puerto Rican experience, or to the black Kentuckian experience, or the Cambridge Yankee experience, but to a particular human experience with a distinct American voice. The main concern of all 3 poems is when a person's being is permeated with a richness caused by another being. For want of a better word, because there isn't a better word, we'll call it love. Whether you're sitting across from her in a restaurant or in the most physically intimate part of one's household, or even if one is 3,000 miles away from her, you have this richness in your being caused by another being. One last thing. I will ask you please not to clap or boo or yawn or hiss until all 3 poems are read. Then of course you can clap or boo or yawn or hiss. The first poem is by Victor Hernandez Cruz, called Going Uptown to Visit Miriam. On the train, old ladies playing football, going for empty seats. Very funny persons, the train riders. Silly people. I am a train rider, but no one knows where I'm going to take this train, to take this train, to take this train. The ladies read popular paperbacks because they are popular. They get off at 42nd to change for the West Side Line, or off at 59th for the department store. The train pulls in and out. White walls, darkness. White walls, darkness. Ladies looking up. I wonder where they're going. The dentist. Pick up husband, pick up wife, pick up kids, pick up grass. To library, to museum, to laundromat, to school. But no one knows where I'm going to take this train, to take this train. To visit Miriam, to visit Miriam. To kiss her on the cheek. Hope I don't see Sonia on the street. But no one knows where I'm taking this train to visit Miriam. This next poem is by Ishmael Reed. It's called Skirt Dance. I am, to my honey, what marijuana is to Tijuana. The Acapulco of her secret harvest. Up her lush coast I glide at midnight, bringing a full boat. That's all the Spanish I know. This next poem is by a man who's been dead for 25 years, but not only did he drink in this section of the bar, he also drank in the other section of the bar. His name was E.E. Cummings.
Who?
E.E. Cummings. In this bar. Sweet spring is your time, is my time, is our time. The springtime is love time, and viva sweet love. All the merry little birds are flying in, are floating in, the very spirits singing in, are winging in, the blossoming. Lovers go and lovers come, are wandering, but any two are perfectly alone. There's nobody else alive. Such a sky and such a sun, I never knew, and neither did you. And everybody never breathed quite so many kinds of yes. Not a tree can count his leaves, each herself by opening, but shining who by thousand means, only one amazing thing. Secretly adoring, shyly, tiny winging, darting, floating, merry in the blossoming, always joyful selves are singing. Sweet spring is your time, is my time, is our time. The springtime is love time, and viva sweet love. Thank you.